It's a pretty blue.
So Two Trees reached out to me and asked me if I would do a review on their TS3 enclosed laser. I've actually been wanting one of these for a long time. Just want to be able to have this so it exhausts out, because when I do laser stuff in the shop, I get smoke everywhere, and I had to take down my smoke detector the last time I was using it because it kept going off. I'm really excited to get this out of the box and check this out. Box inside of a box. There it is. Boom. This should be satisfying. So there's two ways for you to filter out smoke from this machine. First of all, they have a cotton filter. You don't have to put the exhaust port on the back. Okay, that is the other way, the exhaust port on the back. Danger, Ken Moon, danger! Watch for lasers! This is a pretty cool little function here. Look at this. This is the height adjustment. It's a screw adjustment. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but that's kind of neat. You don't have to unscrew the thing, drop it down, and then do it. So.
All right, here are some facts that you may want to know. A 200 by 300 laser area, it is made of a high-grade metal. This thing is sturdy. It can engrave at speeds up to 10,000 millimeters a minute. The average duration of someone watching one of my videos is 6 minutes and 8 seconds. Its laser has an accuracy of 0.1 millimeters. Moon Pie Creation has 9.7 million lifetime views. This laser has a 35 to 40 watt output. 4 ways to put projects into the queue. PC, micro SD, MKS laser app. Finally, you can do it through the web, but I'm not smart enough to do that. I tell you what. This thing can be used in your house, believe it or not. You will have the burning smell, but you won't have the smoke. So the first thing I want to do is see how this thing cuts. Okay? No, I'm not worried about it cutting through 20 millimeters of pine or anything like that. I want it to cut through the smaller 3 millimeter or the 5 millimeter woods to see if I can make some stuff for signs and stuff like that. And that's what we're going to try today to see how well it works. And I might even throw in some other things to see how well it cuts acrylic and maybe even see if it'll etch on metal. Let's check it out. So I just noticed something. It's not moving forward. So I think I know why. Here's the reason why I think it's not moving back and forth. Look at this. This is not tight at all, so we're going to tighten that up. So let me get my tools. That's nice and tight. They both are. I think it's not coming forward. I don't understand this. It should be framing. All right, so I figured out what's wrong. This right here has to be switched over to 1 so the y-axis will work. Now let's go do this.
I realized something. There is still some styrofoam stuck back here, which would cause this thing not to print correctly.
Holy moly, that thing cut really well. Most of the stuff I cut, the smaller stuff, I cut with 1 rotation. Then we got to the acrylic. The acrylic took 2 rotations, but the cut was very well. It didn't melt the acrylic too much. What I want to do now is go in and do some etching. We'll use a little bit of wood and do a few pictures. I want to try to etch on metal, and then we're going to go ahead and see how it looks when we etch onto acrylic. Now normally, as I burn wood and stuff like that, I'd have a cloud of smoke everywhere in here. And so far, it's doing fairly well. I can still smell it out here, but it seems to be doing all right. It's fairly detailed. It looks really good. Not too bad. All right, so I flipped this around and did it off of this side this time, and I did get better results. I know you're not supposed to do it on the other side, but check that out. That's a Moon Pie creation. And just so you get to see the original, there it is. It's just got some of the glue stuff on it I'm trying to get off. I'll clean it. It'll look good too. This thing has a honeycomb, aluminum honeycomb bed in it, and those don't come cheap. So this is something that I think is a great standard, I guess, option on this. And there's a surprise underneath, so check this out.
That's a built-in roller. That's pretty damn neat. I like that.
A rotary. I mean, it's fantastic. It's underneath the bed, so you get everything you need here to do that laser business that you want to get started. If you get a black one, it doesn't have the roller in it. Got some glasses that I painted with some paint, and we're going to see if we can etch some stuff on there, like a Moon Pie Creations or something. That would be a really good addition to what I could do in the shop for customers. I can engrave glasses or stuff like that. All right, before I show you the glass and how it came out, because we will talk about that in a second, I want to go over the things that I think they did well with this machine and the things that I think that they can improve. All right, let's talk about the things that I think that they can improve first, because I always like being left on a positive note. First of all, the bed size. I wish it was a little bit bigger. It's a 200 by 300 laser bed. I wish it was a 300 by 300 actual. The LED screen over here, I wish it was a little bit bigger. I think it's a 3 by 2. I wish it was a 4 by 3. I just wish it was a little bit bigger. I'm old eyes, and it'd be a lot better if it was bigger. The x-axis right here, I'm not sure how to, or it's a y-axis, I don't know, whatever that is right here. But it's really loose, and I wish that I could tighten it up, but I can't figure out how to tighten that up. So the last thing I want to talk about is the rotary, okay? Let's bring you in so I can talk about it. But before we go look at the rotary, I want to show you what this did. You see how oblong and off-axis that is? It's because I had to put tape down here. Now, let's go to the rotary, and I'll show you why. So here's the rotary down here. And it turns it as you're cutting back and forth this way. But usually on a rotary, it has a little kickstand right here to hold up the back end of a bottle, glass, or whatever. And this one doesn't have it. So as my glass laid here, it laid at a severe slant, and it doesn't, when this thing's like really close to the glass up here and then farther away, this is about the distance it needs to be. So the glass actually needs to be tilted up like this. So this thing needs a little kickstand kind of a thing to rotate with, and it doesn't. And that's why it got all wobbly and stuff that you see right here. So if it had that rotary would be great, because it was really easy to use, easier than any other rotary I've tried, because all I did was switch it over and start printing. Now the things that I think that they did very well on this are, first of all, this thing is sturdy. It's well built. They have two models of this. The black one doesn't have the rotary in the bottom, but it does have the honeycomb. So the honeycomb comes standard with it. All right, this little adjustment knob right here, not a big fan of it. It takes forever to bring the laser down and up with it. I would much rather go ahead and use that. I thought it would be great at first because you didn't have to mess with the screw and all that, but I'd rather mess with the screw. It'd be quicker. It takes a little while to go up and down. I love the fact that it's encased, and in the encasement you can filter out the smoke out of here. It really is a big help. You can use one of these inside your house and vent it out the door in the winter if you don't have a cold shop or something. This laser cut extremely well. I was very impressed by the small ornaments that I cut out. They were perfect. I was needing to get a little bit more versed on the speeds and the laser strength to doing engravings. I wasn't totally happy with those, but that is my shortcoming, not the machine's. It only does what I tell it to do. In the name of God, now I know what it feels like to be God. Throughout this video, I switched between using laser Gerbil and light burn, and they both worked flawlessly. Overall, I really dig this machine. It held in this smoke really well. It expelled it out the hose. It cut really good. It engraved really good. I did have some issues with that rotary, but I will figure that out. Maybe they have an attachment I haven't found or something like that, but I will look for it. When Two Trees contacted me about this, I told them that I would do the review, and if I liked it, I wanted a code for all my subscribers in case you guys wanted to go buy one. And I'm going to put those codes down below. There's a couple of them because there's a few packages they're doing right now. All right, so go down there and check them out. You can go to the website, check this whole thing out. But just remember, the black one does not have a rotary and the blue one does. All right, if you're interested in asking any questions, head on down the description and put them there. Hit the thumbs up button, and please, if you could, share the video. And if you think I deserve it, please hit that subscribe button. If not, I'm just thankful that you watched my video. And until next time, stay cool. What an absolute day. Well, we could clean the shop because it's a disaster, or I got a package the other day and we could check out that laser.